The Australian sweet tooth is having a very particular moment right now. Pistachio-packed, Kadayif crunchy, saffron-hinted Dubai-style chocolates and luxe date confections are popping up on social feeds, boutique shelves, and gifting conversations everywhere. So today we're diving deep into what this Dubai chocolate trend actually is, why it exploded here, what varieties people are raving about, how much you're really paying for the indulgence, what a big mainstream brand's Dubai-style move means, some safety and quality notes you should not skip, and bottom line, whether it's genuinely worth your money or just a shiny pistachio green flex. First, what do people even mean by Dubai chocolate? It's not one single brand. Think of it as an umbrella for luxury, often gift-oriented confectionery coming out of or inspired by the UAE scene. Hand-selected dates stuffed with roasted nuts then dipped in glossy couverture, pistachio cream, filled slabs with threads of crispy shredded Kadayif pastry, camel milk chocolate bars with a mild mineral sweetness, artisanal bean-to-bar tablets spiced along old maritime spice routes, and customizable assortments in dramatic presentation boxes. The packaging tends to look like jewelry cases, satins, metallic embossing, magnetic closures, designed to deliver that unboxing wow moment which fuels the social media loop. Let's break down the hero categories fueling the hype. Stuffed and coated dates. Brands emphasize organically grown premium varieties and pair them with chocolate shells or drizzles plus pistachio, almond, or exotic flavor inclusions, positioning them as a better treat because a date is a fruit. Artisanal spice route bars. Bean-to-bar makers highlight single origins and evocative ingredients like cardamom or roasted nuts for a story-rich sensory journey. Camel milk chocolate. Limited supply of milk and its distinct flavor profile contribute to perceived exclusivity. Customizable luxury boxes. Letting you choose fillings, gianduja, praline, wafers, pistachio pastes, heightens personalization for gifting seasons like Ramadan, Eid, weddings, and now Aussie housewarmings. Why did this land so hard now in Australia? 3 convergence points. Visual social virality, mainstream bridging via a major premium brand launching a Dubai-style product with pistachio cream and crispy pastry layers, and heightened consumer curiosity for global flavors after travel resumed, with audiences seeking novelty beyond standard milk blocks. The glamorous slab or date box becomes both dessert and decor for your feed. A mainstream adaptation legitimizes the niche. Consumers see a familiar chocolatier adopt pistachio plus Kadayif architecture and think, I need to try the originals too. Alright, varieties in detail, starting with those pistachio cream slabs. Thin milk chocolate shell, a generous pistachio filling, delicate crunch from Kadayif or nut brittle, sometimes a sprinkle of extra chopped nuts for textural crescendo. This layering triggers multiple bite stages. Immediate snap, ooze, then crisp. Sensory layering, like adding pastry texture inside a bar, creates a novelty compared to the uniform melt of traditional truffles. That structural engineering is part of the content appeal. Cutting through a chilled slab on camera yields a satisfying cross-section of cream, strands, and shell. Next, luxury date chocolates. Premium producers focus on organic farming narratives and specific cultivars, wrapping natural caramel sweetness of the date with contrasting textures. Roasted nuts, candied orange peel, or enrobing chocolate. Some collections feature coated or half-dipped dates lined meticulously in trays. Their visual symmetry resonates with gifting aesthetics in Australia's multicultural celebrations. The feeling of healthy indulgence is marketed by emphasizing the fruit origin while still supplying a dessert-level sensory hit, an angle that helps them cross from specialty community shops into broader gourmet sections. Then camel milk chocolate, arguably the conversation magnet. Camel milk's limited daily yield versus conventional dairy, plus its distinctive mineral-salted cream taste notes, frames each bar as scarce. Storytelling leans on pastoral supply constraints and careful ingredient handling, while some Australian importers spotlight unique spice or honey additions. For a viewer, that scarcity narrative justifies a higher per-gram cost and makes unboxing or first-taste reactions more watchable. Bean-to-bar spice route craftsmanship adds cultural depth, sourcing cacao origins along historically traded pathways and infusing bars with local or regional spices, nuts and flavor ideas, cardamom, pistachio, almond, perhaps a whisper of coffee or rose, ties modern indulgence to trade heritage. Executives and chocolate officers have emphasized blending traditional Emirati recipes and global cacao, scaling while maintaining quality. This narrative gives Australian consumers an educational angle. They're not just eating candy, they're tasting a curated voyage. Customization and gifting theatre further differentiate Dubai luxury assortments. Choose fillings, control aesthetic, maybe alternate foil colors or add spreads and dragées. That deliberate curation amplifies a sense of "I built this gift," similar to premium beauty advent calendars or boutique macarons, and is amplified by social unboxing rituals. The ability to assemble a balatin or choose among dark, milk, praline, caramel, nut, and spread categories reinforces both exclusivity and personal storytelling, which Australian consumers increasingly value in celebratory months. Let's talk pricing realities. A luxury date assortment can reach well over $100 for a few hundred grams through certain international retailers, while large customizable chocolate gift boxes sourced through import platforms can run into the low to mid-hundreds of dollars, and smaller imported assorted ballatins show individual per-piece costs significantly higher than mass supermarket pralines. Online marketplace listings and international shipping further elevate cost, with some customer feedback highlighting presentation excellence but questioning value relative to price paid for a modest number of pieces. Compare that with a mainstream pistachio offering available through national grocery channels or specialty bulk confection retailers. You get consistent quality, established allergen labeling standards, and a far lower barrier to entry for pistachio flavor exploration. Bulk pistachio truffle availability and brand expansions into pistachio blocks show how quickly the flavor shifted from niche to ubiquitous once consumer interest peaked. This democratization pressures luxury imports to innovate beyond pistachio cream plus crunch by layering provenance, organic credentials, or novel milk sources to sustain perceived value. Now, an important safety and transparency note. Not every viral bar or imported slab executes allergen labeling flawlessly. Recent recall alerts highlighted a product marketed with a Dubai-style profile withdrawn over undeclared allergens, pistachio, milk, sesame, wheat, underscoring why viewers should check official recall portals and labels before gifting or sharing, especially with friends who have nut or seed sensitivities. Australia's structured recall system publicly lists such alerts, and emerging products riding social media hype can appear before quality assurance practices fully stabilize. Add in other international recalls involving pistachio or Kadayif-style spreads abroad, and you have a reminder that novelty should travel with vigilance. Is flavor really different or just packaging? The answer varies. Camel milk chocolate introduces a genuine sensory shift, a lighter, sometimes slightly salty cream note and a different melt perception. Stuffed dates marry natural fructose caramel with nut fats and specialty couvertures, giving layered sweetness plus chew that a uniform praline cannot replicate. Spice route bars fold in cardamom or regional nuts for aromatic spikes absent in mainstream pistachio truffles. However, a pistachio cream slab built only on sugary paste under a thin chocolate roof can risk tasting one-dimensional after the initial crunch, especially if the nut paste lacks fresh roasted complexity, leading some tasters to call certain luxury pieces all look. Psychology and perceived value play a big role. Scarcity narratives, intense packaging, and viral knife through the slab videos prime expectations. When a mainstream brand emulates the form, consumers recalibrate, either validating the concept or questioning premium markups. That tension is part of why comment sections explode. Devotees defending layered craftsmanship versus skeptics citing cost per bite math. Your video can leverage that debate. Invite viewers to share whether intricacy or ingredient origin justifies a multi-$100 gift box versus a simpler, locally available pistachio product. Sustainability and ingredient storytelling. Organic date cultivation narratives emphasize traditional farming without synthetic fertilizers. Bean-to-bar makers stress mindful sourcing along historical routes. Limited milk supply frames careful animal resource use. Curated spice inclusion nods to heritage. These layers convert a sweet into an experience, and in Australia's increasingly story-driven foodie culture, that intangible narrative can convert to willingness to pay, at least until novelty fatigue sets in. Who is the ideal buyer? Gift givers wanting a prestige unboxing moment, food content creators chasing high-contrast visuals, early adopters craving globally trending flavors, and diaspora communities bridging culinary traditions. Less ideal. Purely price-sensitive snackers or minimalists who decant everything out of boxes immediately, because presentation is a big part of the cost. Remind viewers that aligning purchase with purpose, luxury gift versus everyday nibble frames satisfaction. How to evaluate if it's worth it personally. 1. Ingredient distinctiveness: camel milk, organic single origin dates, spice complexity. 2. Textural engineering: layered crunch plus cream plus chew versus simple soft ganache. 3. Occasion value: does packaging elevate the gifting moment substantially? 4. Cost comparison per gram: stack a luxury date box or balatin against a high-quality but mass pistachio option. 5. Allergen transparency and ethical comfort: check current recall lists before gifting. 6. Reproducibility at home: if you can approximate 80% of the taste by melting supermarket chocolate over locally sourced pistachio paste and toasted kadayif or vermicelli, maybe save luxe purchases for milestone days. Dubai-style hack teaser for viewers who stay. Take a thin mold or even the underside of a baking tray, pour a shallow layer of tempered milk chocolate, let it partially set, spread a pistachio paste, sprinkle finely crisped kadayif, add a second ultra-thin chocolate layer, chill briefly, then slice for that reveal. This democratizes the aesthetic and deepens appreciation for the finesse of originals with more complex praline stabilization or milk ingredient balancing. Verdict in a nibble: the Dubai chocolate trend in Australia is more than just a shiny box. It delivers new textural architectures, distinctive milk and date bases, and gift theater. Yet not every product justifies luxury pricing. Some rest heavily on pistachio glamour without depth. For most viewers, sample selectively, perhaps one authentic stuffed date assortment or camel milk bar to understand the benchmark. Then decide if ongoing purchases add joy beyond accessible pistachio offerings. And always verify allergen labeling before sharing. Now drop your experience or curiosity in the comments, hit subscribe for more deep dives into Aussie and global food crossovers, and let's keep tasting the world one extravagant bite at a time.